The 6 Paths of Pain is one of the Naruto series' most iconic techniques. Here's how Nagato and Obito's paths work. The 6 Paths of Pain in the Naruto Shippuden universe is an outer path technique that can be used by a Rinnegan user. It allows them to control up to 6 bodies as if they were the user's own. The paths were created by Nagato Uzumaki, the leader of the Akatsuki. The technique is used by embedding black receivers that resemble piercings into a particular body or corpse. This enables their chakra to be harnessed into it from long distances. Once this is done, the user has control over all the bodies. They can physically manipulate them, see through them, decide on the use of jutsu and talk through them, making it one of the most unique abilities in the Naruto universe. This technique serves best when used in a combination attack, due to the shared vision between the bodies, surprising presence, and extreme power. The technique does have a caveat. In the event that the user is interrupted while transferring chakra to the bodies, they will all cease to move and become very open and vulnerable to attack. After being left helpless in a battle with Hanzo, Nagato used the 6 Paths technique to fight on behalf of his fragile state. He uses this to continue his alias known as Pain, who wants to restore peace even with less than peaceful means. The first corpse he used was his deceased childhood friend Yahiko. As a tribute, all of Nagato's paths have the same hair color as Yahiko. The bodies are stored in a hidden chamber in Pain's tower in their own separate pods when they are not in use. So what does each path do? The Deva Path. The Deva Path grants the user the ability to manipulate attractive and repulsive forces with objects and people. These techniques, however, cannot be performed in rapid succession. The amount of time required to recharge after use varies depending on the scale of the technique used, 5 seconds being the basic minimum. The Deva Path also grants another ability, planetary devastation, which allows the user to create a huge makeshift terrestrial body from all the surrounding matter that is attracted to a black sphere released by this technique. Though he used the powers of the Deva Path prior to being crippled, Nagato spent the remainder of his life channeling the power through the corpse of his deceased friend Yahiko, using him as the face of his Pain alias. In the anime, through Pain, Nagato demonstrated the ability to levitate in midair prior to leveling Konoha and during his battle against Naruto in his 6-tailed state. The Asura Path. The Asura Path grants the user the ability to augment their own body to summon mechanized armor and various ballistic and mechanical weaponry. During his lifetime, Nagato channeled the Asura Path through the body of a ninja puppeteer. This path allows the user to manipulate the body by any means necessary to form weaponry. These include 4 arms, 2 faces, and a flexible serrated blade that folds around the waist. The torso and chest are also fitted with other armor. The 4 arms can then be detached and fired as projectile weapons, and a variety of blades and drills can protrude from them. This path can also release a chakra blast. The corpse used in this path is that of a ninja puppet master that Nagato's master Jiraiya met while traveling the world. The Human Path. The Human Path grants a Rinnegan user the ability to read the mind of any target by placing his hand on the target's head or chest and yanking the soul out of the body. Though it provides intel by getting well-guarded secrets, the technique inevitably kills the target. In life, Nagato channeled the powers of the Human Path through the corpse of a shinobi from the village hidden by the waterfall. In battle, the Human Path is relatively worthless compared to the other paths, as Nagato was quick to sacrifice it to protect the Animal Path against his final battle in life against Naruto. The Animal Path. The Animal Path grants a Rinnegan user the ability of summoning various animals and creatures to aid it in battle. These creatures appear to be immortal, as they were killed and later summoned again. Worthy of note, summoning creatures through the Animal Path required no blood sacrifice or hand seals. The Animal Path can also summon people using hand signs, such as the case of Nagato's paths in Conan. Tactics-wise, the Animal Path's primary role in battle appears to consist of overwhelming multiple opponents with a barrage of summons. In the case of Nagato, having originally channeled the Animal Path through the corpse of a Fuma clan shinobi and then the corpse of a Jisai in life, the creatures summoned appear to have undergone the same modifications as his Paths of Pain, having chakra receivers embedded in their bodies. Nagato also tends to send the Animal Path first into battle to throw enemies off about the number of enemies they are really facing. As they also display the Rinnegan, the creatures serve as extensions of Nagato. During the 4th Shinobi World War, Nagato used his summons for transport before being rejuvenated to move on his own power. Preta Path. The Preta Path, Gakut grants the user the ability to absorb chakra in any form. Pain channeled the Preta Path through the corpse of a shinobi from the village hidden in the grass. This ability is primarily defensive in nature as it is capable of absorbing chakra from an individual through physical contact. In addition to this, the Preta Path is able to absorb ninjutsu-based techniques that are pure chakra or chakra-based, thereby nullifying their effect. It doesn't absorb physical attacks, like Gar's sand, but does drain the sand's chakra. This is done by forming a barrier around the user's entire body, allowing them to absorb attacks from all directions. Although the ability is able to absorb senjutsu chakra, the user is still vulnerable to the effects of turning into a stone statue from absorbing too much of it. During the Fourth Shinobi World War, Nagato used the Preta Path to absorb Killer Bee's chakra while he was in his version to form. He then apparently used the chakra to revitalize his body to its state before it was emaciated by the demonic statue of the Outer Path. It also restored his hair color back from white to red, as well as the damage done to his legs. However, presumably due to loss of muscle memory, he was not able to use the legs completely. Naraka Path. The Naraka Path has a dual function by granting the user two abilities, interrogation and reparation. This is possible by the King of Hell, the god of life and death. By using the 6 paths of pain, the King of Hell can be controlled. The corpse of a priest was used to house this path. The interrogation is done by the path catching hold of a victim, paralyzing them. The King of Hell appears before them, begins questioning, and draws out the victim's life force by extending tendril-like arms from its mouth. If the victim is untruthful during the questioning, the king consumes their tongue and kills them. On the other hand, if they told the truth, their lives would be spared. To repair damages, the king consumes the body using the tendril-like arms. After a period, the newly repaired body re-emerges through the king's mouth. It has been used to repair the Asura Path after Choji and Koza Akamichi destroyed it. Obito's Paths. Obito created his own 6 paths of pain using reincarnated Jinchuriki. The receivers of the paths resemble creatures with tails. Obito controls these tailed beasts by sealing them in their bodies using the demonic statue of the Outer Path. Since the beasts would be difficult to control all at the same time, Obito does not harness the 6 paths technique in his 6 paths of pain. Instead, he makes use of the abilities they possessed when alive, such as Roshi's lava release.